All right, let's just share something that is going really well in our business.
Well, since I'm so new to it all, I'm actually have some conversations going, like my first back and forth with people that are like on the fence and giving them time and giving them information. And it's kind of like building up that confidence to move the business forward. So I'm happy I'm having those conversations finally.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's exciting.
I don't know if it's something that's necessarily going well yet, but I hope it goes well. Casey and I sat down this weekend and talked a lot about our visions and our goals with our team. And we made like a new coach video and just, I don't know, just kind of finally had a chance to sit down. Because it's so hard, I don't know, when you finally sit down to work with someone like on a screen and then you're like, you just want to talk about everything that's happening. But we were together all weekend, so we kind of got that out of the way and then had some good conversations.
Yeah, that's awesome. Exciting.
Yes, it was nice.
Krista, what about you?
Well, I think I may have found a working coach.
Yay!
So we'll see. She's been a discount coach, or it's my stepsister. She's been a discount coach since like March or April or something. So, but I was sharing with her because we're trying to get her daughter started with things, too. So crossing my fingers. She said she's interested. So I added her to the team page, and she had a meeting tonight, so she couldn't come. So
did you give her a welcome shout out?
No, well, I was waiting until she had accepted the invite, but I will as soon
Okay,
as
I was
she
gonna say I
does.
didn't see it. I wanted to make sure I didn't
Yeah, I
miss it.
haven't posted. Yeah. But
I think
I'm
that it's
excited.
always. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I'm excited. So I think she could do really great. So
That's awesome. I always want to just always point those out that you can't I know people get discouraged when you're like, oh, I signed a discount coach, but sometimes that's part of people's journeys, and you offering the discount coach helps them to be able to get the products longer and then have results. And then they become working coaches because they love their results. So, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people. My coach was a discount coach. Jen Richardson was a discount coach for a year before she started working her business. So, and now she makes like $1 million a year. So, I mean, the sky's the limit, right? I am nervous to even say this, but I think we're going to be 3-star qualifying on Thursday, and it makes me so nervous to get all the parts together. But I'm really excited because
that's awesome.
Casey Reynolds has worked really hard, and I'm really excited for her to advance her business and that our team can get recognized at Summit. Just because I felt last year, we have a team of people that work so hard, and it was like, oh man, we didn't even get recognized for it. So I'm excited to have that happen. And I think it's the start of something. So that's so exciting. I did want to share, I shared in the live, and I know some of you saw that, but just we are 6 points away from being premier, having enough points to be a premier team, which ways we can earn points are just by people hitting Success Club every month and volume. And then that's basically the keys, and then rank advancing. So parts of it are being taken care of, but those are ways that everybody has a part in that. And so if you didn't see my live in the team page, I was just asking people if they don't want Success Club for themselves to do it for our team. So that's all part of the puzzle.
Question.
Yeah.
Okay, so Casey and I were discussing this. I am so confused on volume now. The whole beat your best thing made me even more confused.
I don't know how they calculated the
because
best volume.
my beat, my best to beat was 2,000 something. And I was like,
I
what?
think it's your down. I think it was your downline volume.
And then like I got last month, it says I got like 1,000 something. And I was like, what? But then on
Yeah.
Jen's thing, I didn't even make like the 500.
Yeah, I think it had to do with your downline volume. I don't know how they calculated. I didn't even look at the FAQ because it was weird. I was like that too. I was like,
I know. I'm like,
I've never had, mine was like 5,800. I was like, I've never sold 5,800 worth of volume in a month ever.
yeah, I was so
Like,
confused. Casey and I were like, okay, we thought we had volume figured out. And then that happened. And it's like,
yeah. And then it was weird because it was like any combination of like 4 weeks. So it was like, I don't know.
yeah, I don't know either. I mean, I didn't beat my best in anything, but Casey did.
Casey did.
What did I do?
Doesn't look like she can hear us.
I heard you briefly. Can you hear me?
You beat your best.
What did I do?
You beat your best.
Oh yeah, I did. I got really lucky. But
No, you did not get lucky. You worked your tail off.
How many people did you talk to the month before?
a lot. But I waited in September to like the last week and a half. Didn't get anything in September. And then I hit 10. Successful 10.
But I mean, all that to say, you like discounted yourself. You talked to a lot of people. She can't take a compliment. She always has to say like the bad part.
I'm a 2. Gosh darn it.
So I guess tonight I had planned to kind of talk about like starting to plan for challenge groups, but I'm thinking maybe we'll wait to do that till next week until there's a few more people on, just to kind of talk. I mean, because we still have a couple months before, or like 8 weeks before the new year. But I do think it's something that's important for us to be thinking about now, just so that you have the month of December to start talking about it. So just while we're on, some things that you can start to think about this week is like, what type of group do you think would be fun and would encourage you to show up? And that might look different for every person on here. And that's okay. Like some people really like Biggest Loser type challenges. Some people like devotionals and book challenges, and some people, like fun little activities every day. And so like there's really no like rules that you have to follow. But I think in order for you to show up and for it to be successful, you have to enjoy it. And so I think that's an important thing. And then I want you to think about, and this kind of is just in whole, like as you go into the new year, it's so easy to just like think we want to talk to every person when we're on social media, but you're really going to appeal to people if you're talking to the people that relate to you the most. And so I want you to think about like who that is. Who are the people that you like to hang out with, and who do you like, what kind of struggles do they have? Do they have the same kind of struggles as you? Do they have different struggles than you? Do they like the same activities as you? What stage of life are they in? Are they married? Are they single? Do they have kids? Do they not have kids? Are they young? Are they old? Like all of those things. But I think it's important to narrow it down. And I think that's part of the problem. In a like message pod with like 50 Beachbody coaches, and it's like a way to like boost your engagement on Instagram. But like I see everybody's posts, and it's very eye-opening to me, like how everybody is posting the same thing. And we all sound the same. And so I think it's important for you to find your voice, so that you can stick out and speak to your person. Otherwise, you're just going to like be one of those 50 that people see in their feed every day. And so it's important when you're talking, like I think it's important, again, it just reminded me too, like that color wheel example, or if you want to pick 5 or pick 3, like things that make you you, and make sure we're not all like scripted scripted coaches and that's all we post. Like, it's hard for me, I feel like sometimes, because I really do like exercise, and if they didn't follow me before, they might not know that, but I've posted about exercising since I even knew what a Beachbody coach was 6 years ago. But like, I like to read, I like my house, I like our family, like all those things need to be sprinkled in. And I think if you look at your feed, yeah, it should be pretty to look at maybe, but it should also be you. And if you don't like your feed, probably the person you're trying to talk to is probably not going to like it either. And I think it's really important now with how, I don't know if you know, Instagram is changing. There's no longer going to be likes. They're taking away the like. People can still like it, but it's not actually like helping you any. It's all in comments and interaction. And so I don't think that, like, I think what you say matters more than like the aesthetics. I don't know if that makes sense, but I think who you're trying to talk to is more important. And so I just want to encourage you to kind of narrow that down. And it's a good time of year to do it, because that, like, as you add a challenge, and it's your challenge, not my challenge, not Casey's challenge, not Jacqueline's challenge, it's your challenge. It will help you to speak to the right people. Like, it's nerve-wracking because I think you feel like you're going to limit who you're talking to. I know that's how I felt. Like, oh, well, if I do this type of challenge, like, I'm going to limit who's going to say yes. And that might be true, but like, you might then actually get 5 people that are really engaged and really successful than 2 or 3 people that like are not connected. So that's kind of what my thoughts were. I want to go more in depth on that, just as like the practical side of things. But is there something that would help you guys? Like, what do you feel like is your biggest struggle? We talked about what was going really well. What is your biggest struggle in the business?
Like right now?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to put this into words, but for me, and I mean, you know me, Ashley and Casey, but I don't know, sometimes I just struggle. Like, I have these huge goals and huge aspirations, and I know I can do it. Like, I know I can do it, but I still like somehow place limiting beliefs on myself, and I let that stop me from doing things. And I've come so far in the whole like caring what people think realm of things. But I still sometimes am like that. I'm still sometimes, I don't know. And I don't have a whole lot of support from Kyle. Like, I do, because obviously he lets me use him as a coach, but he doesn't get it yet. And I'm like trying to use that to drive, to push me, to like show him like, hey, this is going to make us money. It's going to be good for us. So I think that right now that's kind of my struggle, is to find a balance and use it to push me versus using it to kind of squash my dreams and goals.
So is it
it's like nothing like inviting or like anything, and it's very deep, but that's what it is lately.
Well, I mean, I think that's true of a lot of people. It's like, so that was my like follow-up question. So is it the like, you get stuck in that mindset when you go to do work, so you just don't start to do work? Or is it like what does it limit? That limiting belief, what does it cause you to not do? Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, it does. I don't know. I'm trying to think how to answer this. It just stops me from like Casey and I feel like have like multiple times wrote down different things that we want to do for our team and different things that we want to do for our business. And it's like the getting over that hump of getting started, and like kind of like the slight edge where you don't realize the little things add up. And so it's really hard to see those little things adding up. And so it kind of gets discouraging. And then when you hear, or you get inside your head one thing, and then it's like, oh, I don't know, it like puts you back versus propelling you forward, if that makes any sense at all.
It does. So I was talking with, I've been working with Kylie, is her name. We're kind of like business partners at this, not business partners, but like just pushing each other forward in our businesses. And we were just talking, she's like, well, your team does team calls. Like, I would love that. And she was saying like how they always say like, they can't make it. And I legit like I had that limiting belief for so long. And I remember I'd post a link, we're going to do a team call, and like one person would show up. So we wouldn't talk about what we did. Like I did it for like, it'd be on and off again for like 6 months. And finally I was in a mentorship group with one of corporate, and she was like, just do it every week for like 4 or 5 weeks and see what happens. And so I did. And literally it was like each week there was like one more person. And like now we pretty consistently, tonight we don't, I think there's a lot of people gone, but it's like we pretty much consistently have like 10 people, which for the size of our team is really good. We don't have a huge team. And so I was sharing that with her. Like sometimes it's just that consistency, like the date, like the slight edge, the showing up piece. And after time, all of a sudden you look back and be like, yes, I can see it now. But
I know. And it's just, and I know that that's how that works. Like I know all these things, but there's still just something that just is like blocking that. But it's just, I don't know. I see the vision in front of me, and I don't know. And like I go to school in the morning, I'm driving to school, and I'm like, oh, I just want this business to work. I'm crabby. I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah,
I think you're in a good place where you identify it, and that's the start.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Kate.
I think that he talks a lot about that in the slight edge, like toward the middle of the book, where like you can know as much as you want to know, but you're never going to actually do it until like you're completely like over where you're stuck in. And like I think we have to get to that point where we're just like, okay, enough is enough. Like when are we going to buckle down and just do it? Like do everything that we know. Like it's great to keep reading these books and watching all these videos and all this stuff, which I'm literally speaking to myself here too. So but like
we have these
it
conversations
it doesn't actually help you unless you put it into action and you do something about it. Like you can have all the knowledge in the world, but again, it's useless unless you act on it. So I think it's getting to that point where you're just so over where you're stuck that like you have to do something different. So yeah.
I mean, I feel like you too, like Casey, you were saying in our group chat that we have, like that your dad was like, no, I'm not going to sign up as a coach because you're spending more money than you're making in this business. And like for me, that like pissed me off for you. Like I was like, no,
I was sad.
This is not. So that's what I feel like with Kyle. Like I feel like they're not believing in us, and sometimes I use that to squash my goals and my dreams. But then other times I'm like, no. So apparently it took you, someone being mean to you, for me to really get mad about it. But I don't know. You see,
that's the 9 in you.
It's totally, yeah, probably. But it's just like, I don't know. Sometimes, and it depends. I mean, it depends on a lot of things. It depends on my attitude towards the week. And I don't know, but that's my deep struggle.
It's a good one.
Yeah, and going back on that, like I was pretty upset when my dad said that, but also I was thinking in my head, like my dad owns his own business and has been really successful on it. And I was thinking like, how much money did you put into your business in the first year before it actually did anything? Like he's been in business for like 20 years at this point. So, I mean, and he was like, well, I said that to him and he like didn't have a response back. And I was like, yeah, like you have to invest money into your business for it to ever come to anything. So at this point, yeah, I feel like sometimes I have to spend a little bit more, but I think in the long run, it's investing in your business and good for it. So
Very good point.
Yeah.
Spit and fire.
All right, somebody else. What else is a struggle right now?
well,
think
I guess I'm just
Go
I guess
ahead.
I'm just struggling to the whole find my voice thing that you had mentioned. I guess maybe it's just the newness in me and like all the knowledge I have with being like a dietitian, like clinical behind, you know, textbook stuff and like wanting to counsel. And I'm a 2, I'm like a giver. So I'm like trying to find the line of giving just enough, but not too much to where I'm selling myself short, and drawing people in and finding like the balance of my voice, like online and in private messages. I don't know if I'm finding the right words and if it sounds like me, or maybe that just comes with practice. I'm not sure.
I think it comes with practice. Yeah. Like Casey said, I think that's something that just takes time. And I see like Crystal's post recently in both like Casey's too. It's like from what you posted like a year ago to now, you know, like just the transformation and being able to share your story. And I think like there's no right or wrong way. I think it's just learning what is your voice in this and you'll figure it out.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, Casey's advice, just write what's on your mind and post it. Don't think twice. That's good.
And sometimes what helps me too, like if you feel fake and you're inviting, and this sounds really dumb, but like say it out loud.
I've
Because-
actually
Oh, wait.
changed to
That's really good. Sorry.
No, you're fine. It's just, like I said, I was like a hey girl. And I don't think I've ever said that in my entire life. I haven't. So if you say it out loud and you're like, oh, no,
Yeah.
then don't say it. I don't know.
I've moved to video messages for that reason. Like I video invite people because then it's like how I would say it. It's not a scripted, it's just like, and sometimes like I screw up on my videos and I'm like, oh, well, that's what would happen if I were in a conversation. So like, I just think it makes it feel a little more authentic. So,
Or if you're not comfortable enough for videos yet, you can do voice. Messages.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's where it's at. Thanks for the advice. I'll do a voice message.
I feel like voice message is so easy for me. That's what I do that lately. Like I'll send them like invite, and then when they ask a question, I usually respond with a voice, just so I'm not like overwhelming at first, just because then they can hear my voice, they can hear that I'm genuine, it sounds like me, and you can give them so much more information without them being like all this information.
Reading a paragraph, yeah.
And then they don't think you're just like blasting off 100 things.
Or copy and pasting.
Yeah.
Which we do sometimes.
Yeah. Crystal, you were saying something.
Yeah, I think my struggle right now is, getting out of my head too, like, because I want to do everything perfect. I want to say the perfect words, like, and it paralyzes me to where I just don't do anything until it's like the last week, and then I try and send out some invites and then nothing happens, and then I get mad and I'm like, but I've got no one to blame but myself for waiting so long. So
Girl,
trying to get over that this week.
People love your journey. Like, I don't know if you've like looked and see how many people comment and post on your journey. It's crazy. So that should be encouraging to you. So,
It
but
is.
yeah,
I was just going to say it's a little surprising sometimes to see how many people are following and liking, because I struggle with having the confidence of that too. Like, no one really cares, but apparently they do.
You're doing such an amazing job. Like, and you're being so like vulnerable and honest, which is huge because people like to see that.
and you've shared the journey. Like, you didn't share the outcome, you shared the process. And yeah, so like if anything, go ask. I'll ask the people because they are inspired and encouraged by you.
Yeah,
There's
and
not
I
going to
just
be
wanna,
perfect words.
yeah, and
We were,
like
just
I just want to
saying-
add. Sorry, go ahead.
I
Go.
don't know what's happening. Who's talking?
I was gonna add. Can you hear
Yeah,
me?
go. You
Yeah.
go.
Okay. I was just gonna say like when I started like whenever that was, a year ago, I was sending like super, super long invites. And then like when Jacqueline and Ashley were like, just try a simple one, like one line, like, hey, do this workout challenge with me. Like I've been doing that and it's worked so much better than any like, oh, your posts. I really think we can connect over for coffee. We start literally like 2 paragraphs worth of an invite. And then now I'm just like, Crystal, hey, I'm doing a 100 workout challenge. Any chance you want to do it with me? We start in 2 weeks. What do you think? Like that's literally all I send now. And if anything, I get way more people that at least respond. So I don't feel so like defeated when people say or just ghost me or say no or whatever. At least people are responding and like say like, hey, you know, I love what you're doing, but it's not the right time for me or something like that. But at least like it's sparking conversation, and it's way easier to like, might sound bad, but copy and paste and it doesn't sound fake.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Yeah. And the ghosting thing's always a struggle. I sent out messages to people the other day and they weren't even an invite, and I had no intention inviting people. Like I literally just thanked people for following my journey and like asked them a question. And it was like 25% of the people responded. The other 75 did not. And it was like, I literally wasn't even going to invite them. Like it was literally just a thanking and like catching up in time. So it's like, oh, people just like they're leery and things like that. So don't be discouraged. Like if you get ghosted, it happens. So
That's what I was gonna say. Like, have you ever just thanked people? Like, started a conversation by just saying, "Hey, I really truly appreciate you following along. It means a ton."
Yeah, I've sent some messages like that. I need to probably send more.
Because I got really, like when I posted a transformation a while ago that was really drastic, I got a really good response from just saying like, "Thank you. It's, you know, it takes a lot of courage, whatever." And then I had actually a lot of good conversations about that. Like, I don't know, just an idea.
Megan, what's going well or what's going difficult for you?
Well, I'm finally like posting more. I feel like I've gotten over that like fear in a way and stuff like that. But I struggle with inviting. I don't know. I just like I always like think about people. Like I have my list that Casey made me make the day one of like all the 100 people potentially, or but I just like think about people. I'm like, oh, they've probably already been asked. Like they know Casey or they know Allie or and stuff. And I need to just like get over that and just ask, because Beachbody is very saturated in my hometown. And I am like a travel physical therapist. So I do like, I'm not in my hometown right now, but I feel like because I'm here such a short time, I haven't like well, actually the place I'm at right now is all my work buddies are very old. And like I'm one of the youngest ones. So like I can't see them ever doing Beachbody. But I don't know. I'm just like, I want to find like new people or like reach out to new followers and stuff. And I've been trying to do some of that because I know in the last Monday you kind of talked about how you like go to like pages that you could find people who have like similar likes than you and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been kind of doing some of that, trying to find new people to just add. And
Okay, so you have 900 friends on Facebook. Do you think all 900 have been asked, invited, and are doing Beachbody programs?
no.
Okay, I'm just throwing that out there for you.
I went through last month when I was like, okay, this is dumb. I should be at Success Club by now. And I literally one night sent out like 20 invites, and they were pretty random, but not like they're my Facebook friends and I like their stuff all the time. I see their stuff all the time. And I had like 3 people very, very interested. Only one ended up signing up, but I sent like 20 in one night. And like you said, you're going to have a lot of no's, but that got me to Success Club. It was someone, and the person that signed up was someone that I never thought would. And it was one of those that I'm like, I don't know, because I don't know if she's going to be like, this girl's talking to me, you know. So it was someone from college that I hadn't necessarily really talked to in a while. But she was like, yeah, actually I am interested. And it was an easy sale. Like it almost felt like she was waiting for me to ask her.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I don't know. And I've had people where I'm like, I don't know if I should invite them. And then all of a sudden I'm like, oh my gosh, they're doing Beachbody. Why didn't I ask?
Yes,
Or they're doing something else,
that's irritating.
like something dumb.
Like, I know it's kind of just like me posting and stuff. Like, I just have to get over that hump and stuff. And like, that's what I'm like gonna fight through it and stuff. But just like right now, I think I'm in that slump kind of
Mhm.
like what you were talking about right when I got on, Casey. Like that's how I'm feeling. Like you kind of like just get down. You're like, oh, I can't do this. Like you have all these goals in your head and like you think about them right before you go to bed. And you're like, okay, I'm gonna wake up and we're gonna go after this and stuff. But then I don't know. I get in my own head and that's the thing. Like I have sent out invites and a lot of them have been negative and I think I'm letting those get to me and I just need to like let them go and just move on to the next and stuff.
I just think of like, what if my coach didn't invite me? And I was very like leery to say yes. She was my boss's wife, which she was like whatever. But like, what happens if she wouldn't have invited me? Like,
None of
look
us
at where my
would
life
be here.
is now. What?
I said none of us would be here.
But you know, like, you don't know who needs that. And like, yeah, they might say no, and that's probably they're just not in the right space. It's not really you, or they already have a coach, you know, that kind of stuff. So I think it's just that reminder of, it's like me, like I have some friends that run a gym here in town. Like, I'm not really saying no to them. I'm saying no to their opportunity. I can't go to the gym right now. Like that doesn't work, you know? Doesn't mean I don't like them. I like what they're doing. But it just doesn't work. So that they're just saying no to the opportunity, not to you.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that's totally true because I talked with you, Ashley, I don't even know for how long, probably a couple months on and off before I said, hey, I've been thinking about this. And I didn't share with you all, but I had seen a few people online that had entertained the idea and invited me to things. And I said, oh, no, thank you. And just followed their journey. But I didn't really like how they shared their personality. It just didn't mesh with me. So it wasn't necessarily them as a person or what they were offering. I just wasn't ready for activity. It was like a health and personal issue. And then I just didn't mesh with what they were offering. And then I ran into Ashley and it just worked and I denied it for a little bit. And then I said, okay, here I am. So it is totally when people are ready. And some people just watch you like someone had said earlier, because I was definitely watching a few people because IG is fun like that.
That's good insight. That's true, Casey. I didn't even have to invite.
Yes.
I kind of just fell into Beachbody too. I actually bought it for my mom because she wanted to do like workouts at home and stuff. And then I like started doing it. I was like, oh, I love this.
Yeah,
My
you
mom
never
doesn't even do
know.
it anymore.
My coach that signed up the other day signed up because she wanted peppermint mocha. And then she really wanted Shakeology in general. So I was like, well, okay. And then all of a sudden she was like, well, I mean, I could do low impact workouts. I was like, okay, well, I guess we're signing you up for them all, but it started with peppermint mocha. Like, you just never know.
Side note, peppermint mocha makes you active, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. Because I said that earlier, and then I like just think about it. I'm like, I hope it's enough.
I don't know if you haven't tried peppermint mocha.
It's so good.
I just got mine today. It was so good. I couldn't
It's
wait.
so good.
I was like, how can we get them to make this a real flavor all the time?
All the time. I would seriously drink it all the time. It's way
Like,
better.
I haven't added anything to it yet. Like, I still am drinking it with almond milk and ice. Like,
Yeah, Casey and I
I know.
drink.
This morning I went to blend it with something. I was like, wait, I don't want to put it with anything. I think it's good just by itself.
I'm pretty sure Casey and I drank it with water and ice the other day, and it was good.
I've only done it with water so far.
Yeah.
And have loved it.
I think it would be really good with iced coffee, but I don't have any iced coffee at home right now.
My coffee maker's broke.
I did it that way.
Was it good?
It was really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was better than Starbucks, and I'm a Starbucks fanatic before I joined Beachbody. And my sister's like, that's really saying something, Amanda, if you aren't going to go to Starbucks.
It's so much healthier and cheaper for you.
I should have her like put that on video so I can share that.
Yeah.
I mean
That's
it.
funny because that's what we always say. My mom always says about the beach bars. She's like, if you like those, they must be good. Because I hate granola. Like, I hate any kind of bars. When I lived in Haiti, that's like all we ate, like, for a while. Like, and that's what people brought because it was like safe and it was, whatever. You could keep them fresh. So I legit cannot eat bars very much, but
Kyle eats the heck out of.
my kids love beach bars too. I have to hide them.
Kyle's really picky when it comes to things like that, and he I feel like every week I have to restock our little thing that I keep them in. Like, oh my gosh, they're gone. I've only had one.
I want them to come out with more flavors for beach bars.
They are coming out with one, but
Almond.
chocolate almond, isn't it?
And it's vegan, so anybody that has like the protein, the whey crisp is not in it. So
Did you all get a survey for
Oh yeah.
flavors for
Energize.
Yeah, for Energize.
I forgot I was going to take that. I didn't know what it was for. I hadn't opened it
Yeah, I
yet.
didn't see it.
I really hope it's not coffee.
Oh. This one that
Like
was
a fruity one, it's fine, but coffee.
I feel like that would just not be refreshing. Casey and I were talking about that.
I don't know if I would be able to like chug it. Like
Take shots of it? No.
No.
I don't know. Well, I was just trying to think if there was anything I could do to encourage you in your business this month, but I think it's just, we've talked over and over, just that consistency and finding your voice and just not being afraid. We can let fear stop us, or we can get past them and push past them and grow. And we all know, like, you've been through life, you might do something and you might fail. And you might go and ask 10 people and 0 people may say yes. Does that mean you failed? No, that means you started. And so it's just about keep going and keep pushing. Casey, it's funny that you were mentioning that, because I was talking with Kylie about you guys today, and I was like, I don't know what it is. They both hate their jobs. Like, I don't understand why that's not propelling them to like go do something. But I think it's like that. We go through a phase where we don't know how to get past it. And so you have to learn how to push past that feeling or that fear. Well, not every day. A lot of days.
90%.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Well, I was gonna tell you guys, I'm super upset now. A lot of people are like putting their points down and stuff like that, or really taking part in that challenge.
I know.
I
Did
was
you guys
like, I'll
message
put
your
the points
people?
in for you. Like, just tell me. But I don't know.
But
I
our group's been really active, so I don't know
I
if people
know.
just, we can all tag our people in there in the link.
Yeah, I kind of had a fear that was going to happen,
I haven't done mine.
but
Sorry.
yeah, I haven't done mine either, if we're being honest. But I feel like the group has been like way more interactive, at least because of it.
Well, the one person or the two people that put their points that weren't coaches will get the prize this week. So,
Hey, also, I got a different survey, you guys,
what'd you get?
about gummies.
Ooh,
Nice.
It says, I'm not supposed to share. It's supposed to be confidential. I had to like press I agree. I will not tell anybody, but here I am. It says, Beachbody Stress and Beauty Gummies, the perfect antidote for a busy lifestyle plus stress plus beauty gummies help you take on everyday stresses with a calm frame of mind while helping to support healthy, radiant looking skin. Adaptogen and botanical extracts help promote feelings of calm, focus, and relaxation, both in the moment and over time with regular use. Both, oh my gosh, I can't talk. Both in the moment and over time with regular use. L-theanine provides fast-acting stress support, helping you feel calmer and focused. And the potent nutrients from marigold extract not only help reduce cortisol levels, reduce feelings of stress, and support better quality sleep. They also promote healthy, radiant-looking skin when used consistently. Take 2 a day for optimal results.
I would say no.
You wouldn't take those? They're gummies.
I was hoping they were gummies that were like hydrate gummies.
Oh,
I was thinking of like
that
runners.
would be better.
Where like, you know, like runners in the middle of a long run, they take gummies. That's what when you said that, that's what I was thinking.
this is so confusing. And it also says, assuming that this product is available for the following prices shown below, how interested would you be to purchase it for yourself? Available in a 60-count, 30-day bottle for $34.95. And then it literally says the same thing, but then it says for $29.95 or for $44.95. Why would you say that you would, what?
Why would you pick the cheapest
Why
one?
wouldn't you say $29? What? I'm so confused.
Well, like, would you pay the amount that they
I don't think I would pay $45. No.
for gummies?
No.
No. That was actually why I bought collagen, was because it was actually cheaper than what I could buy it on Amazon.
Great.
That was like,
Assuming that this product is available now, how likely would you be to sell this product to your customers?
not very.
I said might or might not. I don't know. I don't know anything about this.
With the collagen, why did they do 28 days and not 30?
So in our leaders group, we were all just annoying. It's like, why cannot everything be in a 30
Nothing
Yeah.
package?
same.
Because
Like,
I mean, they do it
Recover.
monthly. It's shipped monthly.
Why
Yeah,
is Recover
that's you.
and not a 30-day?
Yeah. It's so dumb.
And why is Energize 40? Because some days you need more than, like,
Yeah,
Yeah. I run out of collagen.
that is
all the time.
odd.
I don't
I mean, I
know.
guess with Recover, they're saying maybe there's some workouts you wouldn't take it every day, but
Well, I think that's true because you're not going to take it on days you don't work out, which most people don't work out at least one day a week. So now you're down to, 26 days. I don't know.
yeah. But yeah, I Energize and collagen. It's weird that they do it like that.
Okay, guys, I have a question. Megan, you might be able to help with this too because you know her, but I don't know what to do with Nicole. She like went rogue and did that video, which was great. Like she did fine, but she like won't